here I am in Cricut Design Space. This is what it looks like as a blank canvas. If you wanted to see what other projects you had, you would just go to My Projects. This is like your home when you first log in. It's going to show you all this stuff. So just come over here and you hit New, and I'm going to bring you back to where we were. So you can choose to use as a blank as it is. Just measure out the space that you want to make your thing on and make it sure that it fits in that space. I usually don't like to start up here because as you get drawing, it kind of like has a little thing that drops down and it covers it, and it's hard to measure and move things around with that stupid bar that pops down. So I always kind of start down here near like 2 and 3, and then when I'm ready to cut, it will bring it back up to the top. So if I want a template, if I want to do t-shirt, you can go here and t-shirt. That's not a t-shirt, it's t-shirt. There's all these, okay, and you would click the one you wanted, and it has a template right here. You're definitely going to want to measure this because yesterday when I made one of my shirts, I used this template and it looked great, and then when I printed it, it was way bigger than I expected and it didn't fit right. So just make sure you're measuring to double check. The project I'm going to make is going to be a onesie, so I'm going to go to, I'm just going to search through all these because last time I looked, they didn't have it. Let's see, it was like it says pajamas, but it's like a onesie. So I'm going to find it. There it is. Do this one. So that's going to show me the front and the back. I want to insert text. I want to say little peanut. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and drag it to where I think I want it on here. And I'm going to zoom in right here. I'm going to hit zoom. Bring it in. Now I'm going to put it exactly where I think it will be. And we're going to zoom it like this, right there. Maybe that's where I want it. And then they have this cool feature if you want to use it, you can curve it. It's a new feature, so you can curve it down, you can curve it up. So that's really cool for the center if you want to have something with that. I'm going to have mine curved down for right now. And then I'm going to insert image. And I want to go to browse all images. I want to go ownership. These are all ones that I've uploaded that I've made. So I'm going to go through and see if there's anything that I find. Nope, none of those. What about ones that I've purchased? So it's going to show me all the ones that I've purchased. I don't remember purchasing these, but okay. So we're going to keep, let me move you up here. So we're going to keep sliding down until we find out what we want. So let's say, I don't want all those. What about, trying to see if there's a way to get to my old projects, because my projects I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So let's see if we can upload one of these ones that we've already made. Nope, same thing. Projects. So I think you can add the projects you've already done. All categories. I don't want all categories. I want to go to my favorite, my projects. See if I can upload some of this stuff because I know I made a onesie in here. Let's see if it's already on here. Let's see if I can find it yet. These are all the things I've made. Yeah, I kind of a lot. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and customize. You're gonna hit. I don't think you can see it. I'm gonna see if I can make this a little bigger. So I'm gonna come down here. It says customize it, or you can make it. I am going to customize it because I want to see. I'm replacing what I have because I don't want it. I want to see what exactly the size is on this, because if I don't have to resize it, I don't want to resize it. But if I do have to resize it, because the onesie I'm using is a 0 to 3 month, so I just want to make sure it's going to fit right. So I'm going to zoom in and see how big this one actually is. So this one says that it's a little about 4 and about 7 wide. So I'm going to get mine and measure to see if it's the same or if it's less or more. So let's look. So I have my onesie. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see if I can make it so you can see this. Can you see what I'm doing? Wonder if I pause this for a second. Okay, so I just measured this, okay, and this one is going to be fine going across because it's almost 6 across, so the 4 will work, but going down, 7, I realize that this isn't 7. The heart on here, so where it says lots of love, okay, that's going on the butt. So now I am gonna come over here just to measure how long this one is. This one's 4 inches, so this is gonna actually be perfect. So I'm not gonna even change this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut it. So I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna come up over here to where it says make it. I'm gonna click it. Okay, and it shows it on here. I don't like the way it looks, so I'm gonna cancel it because I don't want that to be like that. I want this all to print together. So I'm going to click this, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit attach. And what that means is all this should be attached. Let's see what it looks like now. Good. So now it's going to all print together, and that's exactly what I was looking for. I need to hit mirror, and I'll show you why in just a second. Everything looks great. I'm going to head and go ahead and hit continue. I'm going to go plug all my machines in. Okay, sorry I put a shirt on because it was a little bit cold in here. So I got this one. I'm going to show you. It's called, I don't know if you can see it. It's called the Strong Bond, and it's just iron-on. And when you place it down, you just go ahead and do this. I'm going to open it. Sorry. Wow, it's really taped on there, guys. Okay. 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 So when you put this on, there's going to be a shiny side and there's going to be a matte type side. Okay. So one side is like nice and shiny like this. Okay. And then one side is kind of matte. The matte side is what you want to be facing up. Okay, because basically this is the part, the shiny part, the plastic that when you iron on, you're gonna put the iron on. This one is what's gonna be what's sticking to the back of your material, so that's what needs to be cut so you can read it. So I'm gonna go ahead and my size on this. I go back and what my size was. It tells me. Yes, I want to cancel cutting. I want to. So this one is almost 5 and almost 8. So that's what I'm gonna make. So I'm gonna cut out on here. So we're going to come here, I'm going to stick it down. I'm going to measure it. Oops. I don't know if you can, see if I can put it down if you can see it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this down to where the arrow is. Put that down. I'm going to roll it to about 8. And then this new thing I've been doing is taking this ruler and I have an X-Acto knife, and I've just been kind of slicing it because it makes it a little bit easier to kind of get off. I'm going to do this. Okay. And then for the most part it's been kind of just like coming right off. Sometimes it doesn't, like, so that one came right off except for the corner, so I'm gonna just get scissors. Cut it. Perfect. Okay. Gonna make sure there's no air bubbles. Okay, now my table is a hot mess right now, so no judgment. There's a lot of stuff in here. So I'm gonna go ahead now, and I'm gonna hit what's not powerful. You're gonna turn this knob to iron on, and I need to connect this part to my computer because I didn't do that. Go ahead, I'm going to hit load. Okay, and then here I'm going to make sure that it's all cut. When I use the iron on, I never use fast cut just because I want to make sure that it comes out right and nothing's messed up. So for this, the thing I'm going to check is in the corner over here is just to make sure that this says iron on is mirrored. Okay, and now it's ready. I'm just going to hit the blinking cricket and it's going to cut it. Okay, it is all done cutting. One thing that I want to show you how to do that I thought was really cool that I learned, I wish I would have known this like a long time ago, is to help this, especially if you're using paper. This is iron on, but with paper, sometimes when you peel it off, it curls. I saw this tutorial that you flip it over like this, and then you do this thing. And when you pull it off this way, it makes it so it's less curly. So that was like super awesome to finally learn after all these years. All right, so now I have this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut it so that all the extra can be used for like another project. And then I'm gonna to weed it, but I want to show you this tool that I like put off buying that you don't need right now, but if you end up doing this for your center and you end up like doing a lot of them, I would highly recommend it, and I wish I would have bought it sooner. Okay, so this little tool, didn't think I needed it. Let me tell you how wrong I was about that. This thing makes weeding so easy. Like so easy. So now all you're gonna do is you're just gonna bend it until you get like one of these corners up. I don't know if you can see it. So I'm gonna just kind of tilt it until I get to what I need. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use this tool to lift it. If it doesn't lift, sometimes what I do is when I can't get it is I go ahead and I just make a little hole and then it works. Okay. So I made a little hole in this because I don't need that part that I'm kind of without. And you pull it off. When you get to like the really detailed stuff like letters, that's when you have to be careful because that's when you can take out the I, or you can forget to take out the I, which is what I did on my shirt the other day. That was fun. Okay. Now all you do is you go ahead and peel it off. So you're going to peel. I'm going to go super slow around these letters because I don't want any of them to come up. So I'm going to go ahead. Yep, there goes my I, my T. This is where I'm going to use my weeding tool because the T is a little bit hooked. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull it. It usually comes right out. Awesome. There it is. Keep going. Going. Fantastic. This is the hardest part of iron on, the weeding. Once you get past the letters, it's not too bad. It's just the letters that are tricky. Now, this is where the weeding tool comes in. So you see how like in the peanut, all those little things have to come out. So this tool makes it so much easier because you just kind of pull it along and it pops right out. Off. Just make sure it's not anywhere on your clear plastic because if you iron over it, it will stick. This. And then it'll be on your shirt forever. I always have tweezers. Okay. Alright, so to hurry this up, if I was ready to iron this on, okay, let's just say I was ready to iron on, which I'm not, but let's say I was. So you would take this, you would put like a towel underneath this. I have a Cricut mat and I have the Cricut press. So all you would do is you would take it so that the shiny side is up and put it down. Put it where you want it. Make sure you think it's centered, and then all you would do is you would take your iron and you would press it for however long it says for iron. You can usually find it on online on some of the tutorials. For my Cricut press, I hold it, I don't know if your iron has temperatures. I think I used to use a cotton temperature, but for my Cricut press, it's normally 315 degrees and it's for 30 seconds, and then I flip it over to the back side and do 15 seconds, so it's supposed to fuse it from both sides. So I would say go start with that, and then as you peel it off, if it gets stuck, that's when you would repress it. So I will weed the rest of this, and I'm going to show you how I press it with my Cricut press. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. I've already ironed it on. I used my Cricut press. But if you're using an iron, you have to look up the settings. But so you would start to peel it. Okay, and then anywhere that you see how that one just kind of did not stick right? So I'm going to go ahead and put it back. Try to get that little piece back. Okay, so that's not ready yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press it again. Make sure this is on. I'm going to hit it for 15 seconds, even though normally it's 30, because I've already done it. Let's see if this guy is ready to come on. Oh, this one's totally ready to come off. So this one came out just fine. So it's just that top one. Sometimes the wording might not have gotten enough heat. Okay, so that was perfect. Fantastic. So this one came out awesome. This one's great. So just to make sure that this one's right, I'm just going to put this right back over it, because if you try to put it on, it's going to melt it. So I'm just going to hit it again. I'm going to hit it 15 seconds. And he's talking with David, who's still in the Navy, and probably will be fine. Give it a second. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, let's go ahead and try again. So that time it stuck a little bit better. So this way. This one's just not sticking. I'm not really sure why. Let's try the back. Maybe the back part is better. Let's try this one more time. This is like really bizarre. It's never done this. Maybe I don't have in the right setting. Okay. But normally that's how you press it.